Hi everyone, and welcome back to this platform hologram, which is Ashram for Marines. It's a project for DARPA here in the month of August of 2026. Okay, we had the Lionsgate portal activation that is coming to, actually tomorrow is going to be the solar eclipse, August the 12th. And so the timelines are definitely shifting or changing. There's definitely bifurcation, trifurcation of consciousness. Those, like I said, those who've done the inner work, transformational work, we feel the difference 100%. The transmissions from our galactic family, star family, even universal family, cosmic family are much more precise. Okay. Of course, it has to be, kind of all balanced, and it's done, step by step. It's like a gradient calibration. But here the ground crew, the Ashtar Galactic Command, right? We are on a mission, and here, we are holding the. We're the pillars of light. We're the pillars of light, shining bright. We're like the cosmic monad here. We are we're holding the staff codes, the ascension codes. For the ascension, for the liberation, and here for the project, right? Project, recalibration, rehabilitation of consciousness, of DNA, of hologram for my soul group, okay? Highly advanced souls who joined military, and the Marine Corps especially, and then they were, of course, targeted. They were programmed. They were well trained. I mean, there's the recruitments to those Black Ops, okay? Black Ops, military covered operations. These things been happening to children at school, right, since 1958. Star seeds, those are empath sensitives, children with psychic abilities. Actually, I remember it was done even in Eastern Europe, but somehow I had a protection, and I was put on a different trajectory, okay, because I've been contacted by my star family or galactic family since childhood, and they chose specific assignment for me, okay, and that's why they've been training me, especially the Ashtar Galactic Command. So yeah, there's a lots of training behind for sure. Plus, we of course we come from ascended realms, from extremely high dimensions here to fulfill the divine plan on Earth, to establish the cosmic order here. Okay, fulfill the Pallyrian covenant. So we're detecting the souls in those Black Ops, in those dark projects. And here we have the platform, like I said, for the Marines, for my cell group, and for the elite, right? And DARPA for HYDRA. And so on this also guys who ended up in those terroristic organizations like Antifa, right? All this Islamification going through, and like I said, they went through SRA, satanic ritual abuse, all this blood sacrifice, this got soul binding, sworn to secrecy. The Knights of Malta, right? So they were, instead of being spiritual warriors, defenders of truth, instead of being warriors in Christ, they became dark digital avatars, the Luciferian Knights Templars, right? And Satanists as well, because they are hooked to the Nephilim reversal grid. They are hooked to the Baphomet network, the Black Madonna, and it's all this black magic, all this spell, all this witchcrafting, all this mind control, sorcery, and sodomy. And because these things happen in astral plane, you know, this is, you have to really read the energy precisely. You have to be like an acupuncture point, and that's what the point is. Yeah, today I will explain the structure that we are working with. That's again, Ascension Glossary. It's called, that's the Ascension Mechanics from Lisa Rene Energetic Synthesis, and this is what helped me to identify or pinpoint, you know, from kind of which dimensions. And of course, highly details, the we are dealing with AI doesn't even belong to this universe, right? And yeah, from which dimension these things are coming from, and who is really responsible, right? Especially those two controlling groups. You have the Belial Sun, and then the Belial Sun, the hybrid Anunnaki, the hybrid the fallen angelics, the hybrid Anunnaki, fallen angelics, Nazi kind of Gestapo faction. And then of course we have the Black Sun operations, and those are more draconian kind of, but that they're all kind of you know, mixed together, all this hybridization happening, DNA mutation, and then there are factions among them. They're warring among each other. So we're dealing with the Orion group, the Chimera group, you know, under the whole Black Dragon moth, the Visa system, the Burga, okay, with all their electronics, cybernetics, skeletonics, with the AI virus infection. They're piggybacking off of our Kundalini, of our DNA, poison the spine, cerebrospinal fluid, right? And that's how they get into the mind, controlling our mind, MK Ultra, and that's how they're living off of our heart, over our DNA, over the light of our soul, and even the light of our monad, right? That's your galactic self. So extremely important to read these energies precisely. That's why, you know, the calibration, it took so long with all these recalibration, you know, all these you know, well, making precision. That's why we have to drop the ego here and just follow the heart, and just be of divine service. Totally dropping the ego to help my soul group get out of that sex misery, consciousness trap, the Baphomet field, right? The astral slavery, the astral, all this, the poison infection of their astral field, their aura energy field, their chakras. And like I said, they were hooked to that base 10. Right, the base 10, the fallen tree of life. And that's why these corrections have to happen if we meditate on the proper structure, right? So I'm going to show you the this is the embodied 3D fallen tree, right? That's why we have to understand and learn the 12 tree grid, the personal tree of life, the KATHARA grid, right? In order to help us do all these corrections. Interdimensionally, extra-dimensionally, because this is multi-layered, multi-leveled. This is extremely advanced. And technology we're dealing with. Okay. Yes, the Thotian Leviathan technology, the AI cube system. Okay, so with the planetary corporations there, right? And yeah, we have the Saturnian timelines there, all this blood sacrifice, right? So those Sirius B, Anunnaki, the witches of Baal, worshipping, was it the Moloch or the Babylon Empire we're dealing with, together with the Black Dragon Moth, the CCP China DARPA, okay? So it's all, this is so intertwined. It's like a snake. It's there, it's the brother of the snake, sister of the snake. You have the Scorpio Queen, the hive mind, and of course, the Nazis, absolutely, Nazism 4.0. We're dealing with Nazi occultism, but also we're dealing with the Zetas. That's the military gray, alien technology with the Zeta seal, 666 seal. I mean, all these alien implants, we definitely will go over that. But today I'm going to explain the structure that I've been working with, you know, and that's what helped me to kind of dismantle the entire system. So this is the tree of life, the personal tree of life. So let's first read what is the tree of life, the universal 12 tree grid. That's actually, let me show you this first with the chakras. Okay. And then why is it important to always remember the base 12 mathematics, 144 harmonics? This is how we exit the Thotian Leviathan technology, the red trident, the air wave frequency, the black cube technology, and finally separate ourselves, be able to exit the fallen system. Yeah, the Visa system, right? With the Visa deck, Visa Drake, Omicrons, Necromitons. The whole black magic grid. Okay, so let me just read this tree, the tree of life. Maybe you guys still can see it. The structure, this is the structure of the macrocosmic universal tree of life, is replicated within the microcosmic personal tree of life. Individual human anatomy, which is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, manifest upon and within the multidimensional layers instructed by the core manifestation template, the tree of life. Okay, the tree of life, the KATHARA grid. Every aspect of the universal creation and life spiral are designed and instructed through these blueprint structures. This is the blueprint of our DNA, right? And we are resurrecting now the blueprint DNA via the golden Christ Templar to recode the ruby sun DNA, right? To help us free from that satanic network, the air red wave frequency. So learning to travel consciously through the tree of life, this is the pathway to personal sovereignty and freedom. Okay. And of course, I work with chakra system as well. So this is the human 12 tree grid. Okay. So this is the human 12 tree grid. So how important, like every day, have this kind of image, or just meditate on that universal tree of life or that personal 12 tree grid. How important is to activate our DNA. How important is to dive deep within our hearts and meditate. Right? So because it's really ascension. That's the ascension plan B. Is the inner work. Transformational work. Understand your structure, blueprint of your DNA for calibration, for rejuvenation, regeneration, right? Changing the carbon-based DNA into the silica, the crystalline DNA, Karaya Sata ala Crystal, right? The crystal age's breastplate. Okay, so the first sphere, Earth chakra, that connects to the earth core in the bottom of the 12D shield. The bottom of the 12D shield right here, right? Again, what they do with the satanic network, they reverse us, right? Right? You can see it here. The AI red wave frequency, right? They're placing the red spectrum on the very top. The second sphere, right, that's of course your genitals. For women is vagina, for a male is prostate, and it connects to sacral chakra and lower astral realms, right? And here we are, what happened with the training in the military, the lower astral plane with the AI infection, with those alien implants, it burrows deeply into the lower astral plane 1-2, 1D, 2D. First density, second density, first sphere, second sphere, first chakra, second chakra, and of course third chakra as well. Third sphere, okay? And that's where we have to dismantle that. We have to heal from that sex misery, sex magic, black magic. free ourselves from the Nephilim reversal grid, the Baphomet field, the satanic network. Okay, so that was the orange. The third sphere, right? That's the yellow color. That's the right. If again, whether kidney for male, well, for both the right is the right kidney, and ovary for female, ureter for male, and it connects to solar plexus ego communication. Okay, so that's right here. I hope you can see it. And then we have the fourth sphere. That's the left kidney, or then ovary for women, ureter for male. It connects to astral communication, artificial light. So as you see the spheres, the personal tree of life. Okay, this is how it's, this is the tree of life, the KATHARA grid. This is how it's designed, okay? The original blueprint of our DNA. I also work with these, with the chakras along the spine, right? So, these are the structures that I work with to dismantle the dark network. Okay, that's why all this healing, purification. That's why I have the 12D Ascension Protocol. Okay. So then we have the blue, the fifth sphere. Is the navel area. Center vertical channel. It connects to Pleiades and Pearl Earth. And Pearl Earth communication, halls of Amenti. Okay, so this is the blue sphere. Then you have the sixth sphere. Oh, this is the right wing, right shoulder blade. It connects to Sirius, indigo communication. Right, in those projects, this all been dismantled or broken. They are breaking our wings. Okay. So then you have the 7, the left wing. Remember, the left side is the female and the right side is the male. So you have the left wing, left shoulder, and it connects to Earth Logos, planetary Logos 7D. Right? They were running the 7D reversals here, of course. That's the Aleister Crowley. The OTO, the Ordo Templi Orientis. That's all the satanic network. And that was the timeline of the World War II, right? It started with Winston Churchill in Great Britain, and then it spread it to Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler. Okay? And here we deal with the crucifixion implants, right? So this is the belief that certain person, here people call him Jesus, died on cross for our sins, right? So then we have, so that was the 6, 7, 8. This is the golden sphere, 8. Thyroid gland to thymus gland area. It connects into 8 chakra to Orion communication. And here we've been dealing with Orion cross implant. And this is how I experience huge excruciating pain. Okay? Because this is my higher heart, sacred heart. That's how, that's the portal to these other dimensions, and how they, they filter all these energies through us, and they're creating robots, automatons out of us. Yeah, just desecrating the entire tree of life and our energy field aura. 9 sphere, that's the behind the right ear. It connects to that's the reversal Nephilim communication network. And all has to be corrected via the 12D shielding, the 12D. That was in Antarctica. Silent sound weapons. Okay, so this is what we had to deal with. The 10 sphere, of course, the 9 is the silver white, the 10 is the dark silver 10 sphere behind the left ear, and it connects to reversal 10D. I shall show you. I'll show you the reversal 10D. This is what we were dealing with, okay? And until recoded with the 12D structure, 12D Christos, 12D communication. So this is what we've been doing, all this recoding. Okay, and cleansing, clearing, purification, dropping the ego and being of service 100%. Not my will, but done be done. You have to be of divine service, okay? And then, so the 11 sphere, no, 10 actually sapphire. I'm sorry, the 10 sphere is the sapphire Sophia. The 11 sphere is the dark silver, almost black. And then it's the pineal gland in the center of the brain. It connects to 6th chakra, to Buddha communication. This is the Leviathan Thotian technology, extremely advanced, right? It goes to 11 dimension. Yeah, that's why they were caging our pineal gland. That's what they do to everybody, with the fluoride, with the GMO, with those chemtrails, with the all this Wi-Fi, 5G, now 6G. The whole mind control, again, via the electromagnetic field, right? Scalar weapons, directed energy weapons. And this, yeah, they're targeting a very precious part of our brain, okay? And so, and then of course the 12th sphere, that's the Christos capstone. This is your 10th chakra, 6 inches above the head. Is a liquid light Christos communication. Okay, liquid light Christos communication. So very important each and every day having that in vision. Let me show you the anti-particle chakras, right? It's those who understand yantras, Sri yantra. This is what it looks like. Particles, anti-particles. We have to deal with the entire structure. We have to be the column of light shining bright to dismantle the entire system of those native aliens, their agenda. Also the Alpha Draconis. And the AI doesn't even belong to this universe. So this is the blueprint, and the Hara line. This I talk of the Hara line, the Shushumna. That's when I say Shushumna. It needs to be again corrected, or the chakras needs to be aligned. Okay, so lots of correction, lots of recoding, of course. And then that's why here the earth, how it's very important to connect to the earth, or to the 12D beneath your feet. Right, with the threefold founder flame here. That's your 13th chakra, 14th chakra, 15th chakra. Okay, this is how advanced this technology is from the ancient ones, from the solar rishis. Cosmic Christos solar founder races, the divine architects. So I just wanted to show you, of course, okay, this is a smaller version, and this is of course the primary seven chakras, right? That had to be purified, brought into crystal architecture in that divine order, aligned, right? And so for lots of people, it's the seven dimension, the crown chakra, and the soul star chakra. Some people think this is the 8th chakra. Okay. And that's okay. This is for humanity. Their ascension, liberation is of course guaranteed. Okay. And here I just been also showing the this structure, how important is to understand the color spectrum, the frequency vibration. This is the first harmonic universe, right? 1, 2, 3. This is the red, orange, yellow. The second harmonic is green, blue, and indigo. That's the soul level, second harmonic, right? So this is your personal tree of life in this dimension, personal tree of life, the harmonic universe number 2. This is your soul level. Monetic level is your 7, 8, and 9 chakra. So that's the violet, golden, and the silver. Okay. So harmonic universe number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your avatar self, right? And then you are dealing with 10D, 11D, 12D. That's your Christ mind, Buddha mind, and that's your Christos avatar self, and the threefold founder flame, the Holy Trinity, right? In that satanic network is done like this, right? So for them, everything is the first color, the red one, right? And with their so-called unholy Trinity. So like I said, they copy our blueprint, our DNA, the etheric technology of solar rishis, and then they are masquerading like they are the kings, or they're false king of tyranny. And that's how they're enslaving humanity through extremely advanced technology. Okay. And so universal time matrix, you have the 12 time fields in 15 dimensions, right? So I've been showing it actually for quite some time. How important it is to go over this. Everything's on Ascension Glossary. So we understand the entire structure that we're dealing with, I'm talking about. Okay, so how important is to, of course, study that. This is the theory. That's only the theory. This is the word. But remember, we're sound, light, frequency, vibration. For that, we have to meditate. We have to do the inner work, transformational work, healing work, integration. Okay, 1 + 1 = 3. Quantum manifestation, quantum protocol. Okay. Because like I said, we are dealing with extremely highly advanced technology. So so this is the structure I wanted to show you, and we already went through that. So the dimensional identities in time. So the physical dimension is 1, 2, 3 sphere. So this is the physical dimension. This is the 1, 2, 3 sphere. The soul dimension is 4, 5, 6 sphere. 4, 5, 6 sphere. The monad dimension is 7D, 8D, 9D sphere. That's your 7D time. The avatar dimension is 10D, 11D, 12D sphere. And that's our original divine blueprint. Okay. And then, of course, the founder domains is the 13D, 14D, 15D sphere. Those are the cosmic rays of creation. There is no time. It's antimatter. Okay. And then we have to, that's what we were working with, the threefold founder flame, right? You have the blue ray, the gold ray, and the violet ray. Is the magenta, is the pale gold, and the aquamarine. Okay. And then so this one, that's no time, or the density 5. Okay, the rishi consciousness. Okay, yeah. So some of us, you have to come from that rishi resha, first God wall of creation, right? And start doing all these corrections on all levels and dimensions. So just kind of letting you know. And then let me see. Is there something? Okay, so yeah, to free ourselves from that Ayurveda of false timeline perceptions, right? We have to free ourselves from that. We had to work with the entire structure. Okay. So that takes a lot of skill, lots of determination, lots of knowledge, lots of training. Okay. So, and so to shake off all these implants, right? So I just wanted to actually finish Let me see, finish the microcosmic orbit scanning. Okay, and then I'll just quickly show you the picture. The microcosmic pathway here. Okay, how important get the energy going and flowing. Those who want to exit the satanic hierarchy with the false king of tyranny, the MK Ultra, Montag, Monarch, Mockingbird. Okay. Yeah, this whole sworn to secrecy, the cult, Totenkopf, the skull and bones. Oh, yeah, all this KKK. Yeah, the dark magic. Yeah. So time to, you know, start channeling these energies, get some activation, of course, activation of chakras, aura. We talk about so acupuncture. Okay, the healing. The healing then takes place. It's the intention now. Very important to be focused. Inner directed, inner sustained, diving deep within, and reconnected with our source codes. Okay. So the microcosmic pathway, also known as the self-winding wheel of the law, and the circulation of light is Taoist Qigong or Taoist Yoga Qi energy cultivation technique. It involves deep breathing exercises in conjunction with meditation and concentration techniques, which develop the flow of Qi along certain pathways of energy in the human body. The microcosmic orbit should be viewed in the context of a variety of techniques designed to purify the body, physically, mentally, spiritually, to improve health and longevity, and prepare the way for meditation, and also including other techniques such as the macrocosmic orbit, which means circulating energy into the other psychic energy meridians which flow around the torso and out into the arms and legs. So we have the governing and conception channel. So the governing conception vessels are two branches of the same source. Inseparable yin and yang, front and back duality, right? Yin and front and back. The governing and conception are the body's two main yang and yin channels. The governing goes up the spine, the conception down on the front of the body from the mouth to the genitals. These energy channels are the most important among the energy life force channels and vessels and must be trained first. Together, we call these same channels unified, the Hara line or central vertical channel, right? So how important, I don't know, where's the other, have the other picture? Oh, okay, I'm sure I have it somewhere here. So again, just channeling this energy, how important it is. Just start the healing work. Okay, so there was the governing channel, the divine masculine. That's the yang energy, the masculine, and the yin energy is the feminine, right? Consumption channel, right? To heal from that sodomy, witchcrafting, the witches of Baal, the black dragon mark, the Belial sun, the hybrid Anunnaki, fallen angelics, and the Dracs, the Dracos, vicious alien races, the Black Sun Operation, SSP, Secret Space Program, CCP, right? The Communist China, DARPA. Okay? And being devoted, dedicated to Holy Mother, Divine Mother, right? Ave Maria, Rosa Mystica, ora pro nobis, gratias. Yoga poses, child pose. Okay, being of course protected by the Holy Mother and of course by Holy Father. And the Hara line central vertical channel, we talk about the Hara line central vertical channel, right? Because this all been broken in those projects. Those guys could go into the project dining in the Black Mass, the SRA, They're being raped, tortured. Okay. So this whole needs to be reconstructed. And then of course we talk about the nodule plexus, right, the back of the heart. The nodule complex control panel is located at the back of the 4th chakra in the heart complex on the upper level of the spinal cord. This is the location of the physical body circuitry board control panel. This circuitry board's main function on the spine is to route the neurological messaging system that carries impulses to and from the central nervous system and the brain. That's why it's so important that loving yourself unconditionally, right? And I'll show you again the nadi structure. If I see it somewhere here. The nodule complex. Oh, okay, right here. Okay, so how those negative aliens, they are piggybacking off of our heart and higher heart centers. Those are portals to those other dimensions. Those guys are not able to circulate their energies. They end up in electrostatic bodies, the fallen tree of light. Okay. And so the entire nodule system is the etheric blueprint of the physical body central nervous system, right? So we have to protect our brain. And receives its instructions set from the 4D astral plane layers. 4D astral. We're talking about the gallbladder meridian. How important it is to take care of your gallbladder meridian and shake off all these alien implants of those negative entities, right? All these alien implants or inserts, this nanobus, the nanotechnology of those negative aliens that doesn't recognize the heart structure. That's how they're feeding off of our heart structure of the Marines, right? Everything, I mean, I experienced all that stuff. This is my direct experience, okay? Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is my story or, fiction story. Take it for what it is. I'm sharing this information. This is for my project, so it can help others. Okay, we actually don't also very important to actually also channel your 8 and 9 chakra. We talk about the back of the neck, how they also the entities possession, how they break the neck, right? And they get into the central into a brain, control a brain, right? The higher heart chakra, your AD, sacred heart, with the threefold founder flame, the fleur de lis. So instead of being the golden golden Christ Templar or the Essene Templars, those guys become a dark digital avatars, or so-called super soldiers in that fallen tree of life, in that black goo. Okay. So these are the structure we work with, right? Very important. Start seeing your either column of light, your spine, shining like a golden light, like a light. Right, so you can relieve yourself from all this pain, because with the Nazi network, what they are doing all these reversals. What does it mean? These reversals is that through the extremely low frequency vibration, that they're reversing the pleasure centers for pain. Okay. That's why something that is supposed to be natural, right, that is being abused. And that's why those guys is how they become psychopaths, pedophiles, rapists, terrorists, right? So I show you the structure, the system, how this is all, it's all now dismantling, so dismantle, how that all was perpetrated, how that was performed, how that was done through so-called training there, okay, the military, so-called secrecy. The black magic was in DARPA. But this whole sodomy. Okay. They're piggybacking off of our Kundalini. Kundalini, that's your first chakra, Muladhara, right? The snake, the serpent power. Here in your first chakra, right? As through rape, having all this soul binding. And those guys then become in that they're turned into these digital dark avatars in that fallen tree of life, in that AI timelines, right, in that computer simulation, with all these proxy wars with proxy Israel. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Semper Fidelis, Spiritus Sanctus, CHRISTOS, SOPHIA, Maria Magdalena, Fatima, AURORA. Remember the AURORA, they're hosting this ascension. AURORA, those are the crystal star family. They're helping us with the ascension, with the rehabilitation, recalibration, with the healing, with the transformation, with the reformation, right? With the transition to the next octave. Harmonic universe number 2. And here the ashram, right? Ashram for Marines, from Satya Sai Baba. So ASATOMA, Sat Gamaya, TAMASO, JYOTIR Gamaya, MRITYOR, AMRITAM Gamaya. So please lead us from unconscious to conscious, or lead us from untruth to truth. Please lead us from darkness back into light. Okay, and please lead us from mortality, the fallen tree of life, the whole control mechanism, sex, misery, astral slavery, consciousness trap, into eternal life. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.